Minasan, okarinasai. Today, a guide for the OG Love Live group. The whole reason we've got probably the greatest idol franchise in existence. Let's jump right into it. Muse, spelled with the Greek letter that looks like a U, are the main characters of Love Live's school idol project. In real life, they are signed to the record label Atlantis. The name is meant to mean the 9 goddesses of music, which comes from Greek mythology. In the lore, the girls attend Otonokisaka High School. And as I said, there are 9 of them, all at the school, but in different grades. The first years are Hanayo Koizumi, played by Yurika Kubo, Maki Nishikino, played by Pyle, and Rin Hoshizora, played by Riho Ida. The second years consist of Honoka Kosaka, who is the main character and leader, played by Eminita, Umi Sonoda, played by Suzuko Momori, and Kotori Minami, played by Ai Uchida. Finally, the third years, Nozomi Tojo, played by Ana Kusuda, Eli Ayase, played by Yoshino Nanjo, and the legend herself, Niko Yazawa, played by Sora Tokui. Before I jump into their career, I'll also just mention that the 9 girls can be divided into subunits. Princeps, featuring Honoka, Hanayo, and Kotori, Lily White, housing Umi, Nozomi, and Rin, then Bibi, having Nico, Maki, and Ellie. The franchise fully debuted in 2010 with a mobile game and their song Bokura no Live, Kimito no Life. Not long after this was their second single, Snow Halation. To this day, probably their most popular song. In 2011, the subunits were formed and each of them got their first singles. I won't get into too much detail about the units for this video as I will have a different one fully focused on them and their music. But still in 2011, the ladies had Natsureego Day 1-2 Jump, their third single. 2012 is when I would argue they really kicked off, starting with their fourth single, Mogyuto Love de Sekinchu. I don't think I've ever said that song title out loud before, but other than this, they had their first and only duo-trio songs, which is what it sounds like, splitting the girls into 3 groups of 2 and a group of 3 that are separate from the subunits. There was also their 5th single, Wonderful Rush, a personal favorite of mine. Lastly, there was Muse's first Love Live, their first full concert, and it even featured solo songs from the second years. 2013, they started the year with the Muse New Year Love Live, later having their 3rd anniversary live as well. But then this year was also the debut of their animation, Love Live School Idol Project, giving us some absolute bangers like No Brand Girls and Start Dash. This year also having the subunits' second singles and Muse's 6th single, Music Start, another all-time favorite of mine. This would also be the final song of theirs to get a music video for a very long time. All of these singles to this point having fully animated MVs. 2014 was season 2 of the anime, giving us bangers such as Dancing Stars on Me and Happy Maker. Also their 4th live, Endless Parade, one of my all-time favorite concerts. Their performance of Loveless World just had me awestruck. As for music, the subunit's 3rd singles, along with bonus tracks coupled with a Blu-ray of the anime. And Muse did have more new group songs like Paradise Live and A Shangri-La Shower. 2015 is the beginning of the end, unfortunately, as one of their members, Nanjo, got a permanent knee injury, leaving her unable to perform in songs with a high amount of movement, meaning she sat out for most of their 5th live, Dream Sensation. On a more positive note, day 2 of this event was one of the members' birthday, having a nice celebration on stage. Aside from this, they had a massive fan meet tour in 10 different venues throughout the summer. The subunits also had 2 more songs, while Muse as a whole had 3 new releases, but also the school idol animated movie came out, giving us songs like Heartbeat and Sunny Day Song. They were at Any Summer this year as well, opening day 1 with the original Idolmaster girls. And finally, they won the Best Musical Performance Award at the 9th Seiyu Awards. 2016 is where their story ends, first having another fan meet, one in China and one in Taiwan. However, these didn't feature all members, only about half at each one, and these actually have never been officially released. Aside from this, they had their song Moment Ring and their 6th and final live, Music Forever. When you think about it, the name Music Forever is actually perfect. All 9 members of Aqua, who are their juniors, were actually in the audience at this concert as well. This was technically their retirement, but their story actually doesn't fully end here. We just fast forward 4 years to 2020. Where the release of a new song titled A Song for You, You. Yes, 3 U's, again very fitting considering how their name is spelled. This also had an animated promotional video too, but along with this, they were also part of the Love Live Fest 9th anniversary early in the year, this being the last time we have seen them as a live performance. The seiyuu still show up on live streams though, usually Emitsun, Uchi, or Soromaru. So that is the end of their career. I do tend to like giving song recommendations of all different-ish genres so you can find something that you're interested in. So from Muse, let's go with Snow Halation, Wonderful Rush, Loveless World, Happy Maker, Bokura wa Imi no Nakade, which is the first season opening. Then we've got Music Start, Wonder Zone, Endless Parade, Dancing Stars on Me, and Kaguya no Shirode Oretai. Some of those may just be me being biased towards my favorites, but I can guarantee you'll like at least one of them. So let's get into some facts about them. They had 5 informational programs during their time, those being Kotoho no Maki after school activities, Nico Rinpana Web Radio, Nozo Eli Radio Garden, Nozo Hono Variety Box, and Emitsun Fight Club, all having different hosts with somewhat different themes, and having guests on the shows to promote new merch, songs, and concerts. Going by the names of the shows, I'm sure you can figure out who the hosts were. Something else you'll notice is the fact that they tend to wear colors other than their image colors, like a lot. I'm not entirely sure why, but also you probably don't know their colors, so I'll get into that in a couple minutes. First, other suggested names for them were Alive Star, Little Diamond, Otonokizaka Noneto, and Otonokizaka Idol Club. I wonder if they'll reuse that idea later on, maybe perhaps for the third generation. Actually, in the very earliest stages, the group was just called Love Live. Obviously, they would later rename the entire franchise to that. So now let's talk about some quick facts about the Live group. Nanjo is the oldest member and tied for the shortest with Kusun. Shika is the tallest, while Rippi is the youngest and actually the only one to be born in the 90s. Her and Shika are actually former Gravier models as well. And let me tell you, go looking for those photos. Sora and Momori used to be in the same agency, but Soromaru has since left Hibiki. But Kusun and Sora are both from Chiba. Then Pyle and Momori are both from Tokyo. Pyle and Shika are both born in May. Nanjo and Uchi are both born in July. Then Sora and Emi are born in December, just for a few more connections between the girls. And now a little bit of lore for the animated ladies. I'll get into more specifics about each girl in the subunits video, but for now, all of the girls also have an image color, and some kind of role in the group. Honaka is orange, as well as the leader and founder. Umi's color is blue, and she writes the lyrics. Kotori has the gray image color and is the main wardrobe supervisor. Rin is yellow and the practice supervisor. Hanayo has a lovely green, and I don't think she really has a role, but she is an expert on idols. Then there is Maki with the red, and she composes their music. Nozumi has purple, and is actually the one to name the group. Ellie has a light blue color, as well as being the dance instructor, though Kotori and Umi also help out. Nico is pink, of course, and is also a idol expert, but she also helps out with costumes as well. Literally half the girls were not in their proper colors, and those were all official franchise pictures of them too. Anyway, Nico is also the shortest, while Ellie is the tallest. And for the final fact, Nozumi is the oldest, while Hanayo is the youngest. It's funny that Ellie is the tallest, while her Seiyu is the shortest, something that would also coincidentally happen in Aqua as well. And that's it, that's all I'll say about the animated girls. The rest you'll figure out when you watch the anime or in my subunits video, which will probably be a little over a month from now. So with that, we have reached the ending. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed and learned something new. Please join me in the next one about one of the more popular Seiyu of this generation. I look forward to seeing you there.